All right, so here's the problem. Katie's school is selling tickets to a play, Alice in Wonderland. On the first day of ticket sales, Katie sold one adult ticket and one child ticket for a total of $8. Katie was able to collect 22 on the second day by selling three adult tickets and two child tickets. And you are asked to find the price of an adult ticket and the price of a child ticket. Now, usually starting these problems is the most difficult part. And the way you always want to start these word problems is to define what you're going to call X and Y. Because in this case, you're talking about two different things. You're talking about adult tickets and child tickets. So you're going to have an X and a Y. The key to this is to always read the question that they are asking you. The question they're asking you will always tell you what you should set your X and your Y equal to. So they're saying find the price of an adult ticket and the price of a child ticket. So let me just switch screens here. So I am going to set X equal to the price or the cost of an adult ticket. And I'm going to set Y equal to the price of a child ticket. Now, it doesn't really matter. You could have done that in the reverse. You could have set X equal to the child ticket and Y equal to the adult ticket. It makes no difference. And then you have to go back and it says, all right, on day one, let's write an equation. Well, they sold one adult ticket. We don't know the price of that adult ticket, so 1X, plus they sold one child ticket. Again, I don't know the price of that child ticket, so 1Y, and that equaled $8. So here I have my first equation. Now let's go back to the problem again. And then it also says on day two, she collected $22 and she sold three adult and two child tickets. So on day two, I forget now, I have to go back. Was it three adult tickets and two child tickets and collected $22. So here we now have a system of equations. We have two variables and two equations, so we can solve these. Now, the two ways that you've learned to solve these equations is solving by substitution or solving by graphing. And it says in the problem you can solve it either way. I actually prefer to solve it by substitution because I think it's a little easier than graphing. So let's go ahead and do that. So I don't really have to put these ones here, right? Those are kind of assumed. So I can simplify my equation and just say X plus Y equals 8. The way you do substitution is you're going to solve your equation for X or Y and then substitute it into the other equation. Now, you're always going to want to pick an equation that has 1 as the coefficient when you're using substitution. I could solve this equation for X or Y, but if I did that, I'd end up having fractions and it would make my life a lot more difficult. So let's go ahead and solve this one for Y. Again, I could have just as easily solved it for X. It doesn't matter. So if I solve this equation for Y, let me just rewrite the equation. I'm going to subtract X from both sides. And so I'm going to have Y equals negative X plus 8. So now I have this equation solved for Y. I'm going to take this equation and I'm going to substitute it in here everywhere I see Y. Instead of putting Y, I'm going to put negative X plus 8. Just want to move this down a little so you can see. All right, so let's go to this equation. Well, I have 3 and I have X plus 2. Well, now I have Y. So instead of putting Y, I'm going to put negative X plus 8. And that's going to equal 22. And now the beauty of this is now I have one equation and one variable. So I can just go ahead and simplify this. So 3x minus 2x plus 16 equals 22. I just distributed the 2. I'm going to combine my like terms. X plus 16 equals 22. And I'm going to, whoops, I'm running out of room. I'm going to subtract 16 from both sides. And I get X equals 6. So let's remind ourselves, what did we set X equal to? Well, if we go way back up here, we set X equal to the price of the adult ticket. So we know that the adult ticket is $6. Well, to find what y equals, I'm going to, this is an 8. To see what y equals, I can go ahead and substitute the 6 in here for x since we've solved for that. And I can solve for y. So if I subtract 6, I know that the cost of the child ticket is $2. I hope this helps.